Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the West Orange Board of Education Public Board meeting on Monday, September 16, 2024. I would like to thank all of you here in person and those watching from home for joining us tonight. I would like to welcome my fellow board members as well as Mr. Moore and Ms. Flowers. Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Good evening. Roll call, please. Dr. Bryant.
Here.
Mr. Ifker. Mr. Stevenson.
Here.
Vice President Vera.
Yes.
President Rock. Notice of meeting. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests are discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, a written notice was sent from the Office of the Secretary of the Board on January 8th, 2024. That said notice was sent by regular mail to the West Orange Township Clerk and the editors of the West Orange Chronicle and by email to the Star Ledger. That said notice was posted in the lobby of the Administration Building of the Board of Education and posted on the district website. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and may be broadcasted on local TV and the district's website at a future date. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In consideration of the close and public meeting of August 26, 2024, do I have a motion to accept these minutes?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Ipker. Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant.
Yes.
Mr. Ifker.
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson.
Yes.
Vice President Vera.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good evening to our students liaison, Nina Davis and Abigail Rosten. Please share your students liaison report at this time.
Hello. Hello, my name is Abby Rothstein and I am a senior at West Orange High School. A few things about me. I have been on the volleyball team for 4 years and captain for 3. I've been part of all school musicals since my freshman year, and I take leadership roles in many different clubs, including being president of Drama Club, vice president of Glee Club, treasurer in Italian Club, and vice president of Plant Club. I'm honored to be a student liaison, and I can't wait to make a difference in our schools and community.
Hello, my name is Nina Davis. Some of my activities include being a PR relations manager for both Unity Club and the organization Jack and Jill of America Incorporated. Along with that, I'm a broadcaster and photographer for the West Orange Sports Media Association, a lawyer on the mock trial team, and a lawyer member of the Black Student Union. I am deeply honored to be in this role and very excited to serve my student body.
I'm sorry. Some events on our school. So recently on Wednesday, September 11th, we had our pep rally. Our amazing class leaders, Naya McKinney, Alexa Diaz, Jamie Delegowski, and Chris Perino helped organize and run the event along with Mr. Sakella. The Pereira triplets gave a September 11th dedication announcement and performed their beautiful rendition to the Star Spangled Banner. We also had amazing performances by many different teams, including the girls and boys step team, volleyball team, soccer team, and cheer team. We are so proud of all of our athletes and hope for amazing seasons. We also had our senior fun day, which was an amazing success and was a lot of fun for everyone. Some activities included cornhole, face painting, mechanical bull riding, and carnival games. Special thanks to our amazing teachers for such a fun and memorable day. We also have our fall play, Clue, which has been finalized and released for the cast. We are very proud of everyone, and we hope that everyone will show up on November 15th and 16th to see the amazing actors and actresses. Finally, we have on Wednesday, the soccer girls team had a tournament against Newark East Side and prevailed with a score of 2-1. We're so proud of the girls for starting off the season with consecutive wins.
This week will be Green Ribbon Week in honor of showing support for mental health and awareness in partnership with the Grassroots Community Foundation. We suggest that student body and board members wear green. We have provided special armbands or wristbands for all board members to wear in show of support. Specifically, Wednesday, we suggest that you show up in green to show solidarity for Green Ribbon Week. And mental health is a very serious topic that deserves our attention. In order to get help for all community members who struggle with or know someone struggling with mental health issues.
Thank you for your report. Mr. Moore, it's time for your report. Please share your superintendent's report.
Thank you, Vice President Vera, Acting President today. Thank you. Meeting's going well so far. Tonight, I'm proud to recognize Robeson Bennett. Robeson's a West Orange High School student we're recognizing for his outstanding academic achievement at the Governor's School Program in Engineering and Technology. The Governor's School Program is a residential program for selected high-achieving juniors throughout the state of New Jersey. This program is very competitive. At this time, I would like to call to the microphone our high school principal, Mr. Oscar Guerrero, who will do the honors of introducing this fine mountaineer. Mr. Guerrero. Okay.
Everybody can hear me okay? Okay, that's much better. Thank you, Superintendent Moore, and welcome everyone. Good evening. I don't normally write down what I want to say, but this young man is that special that I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the immense pleasure of recognizing one of our outstanding students whose achievements truly exemplify the excellence of West Orange High School. Robeson, a dedicated and brilliant senior, has reached incredible heights in his academic journey here with us. Recently, his research for NASA conducted at the Governor's School was submitted to the 2024 MIT IEEE Undergraduate Research Technology Conference, and that is, yes, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He received recently the exhilarating news that his work and the work of his group mates has been selected for presentation and publishing at this prestigious conference. Robeson's accomplishments are a testament to his hard work and the unwavering support of his family and our West Orange High School community. With a stellar GPA of 4.54, 4.54, membership in 6 honor societies, and being a varsity athlete in 2 sports, Robeson's dedication extends beyond the classroom. He has been an active member of the Wind Ensemble for 3 years and is ranked in the top 5% of his senior class. If that wasn't enough, what I'm most impressed about with Robeson is his humility. He walks around the halls, he greets everyone with love and respect. He is unassuming and he's humble. Please join me in celebrating Robeson's remarkable accomplishments and the bright future that lies ahead for him. His journey showcases the true spirit of excellence at West Orange High School. At this moment, I'd like Robeson to come up and provide a short presentation on his experience at the Governor's School. Thank you.
Everybody can hear me okay? All right, thank you, everybody. Good evening. I'm Robeson Bennett, as Principal OG just said, and here's a little bit about my GSET 2024 experience. So first, I started a little bit about me. On the right, you can see a picture of me. I'm just chilling there in the group photo. I'm a student at West Orange High School, class of 2025. I'm ranked top 5 in my class. I graduated from the Institute of Math and Science program. I've taken all honors classes, 5 APs, 2 varsity sports, 6 honor societies, and I am the founder and president of the National Society of Black Engineers chapter and club here at WOHS. So this is just going to break down how this presentation is going to go. So I'm going to talk about the Governor's School background and what it is, my application process, a little bit about the coursework, and then I'm going to dive into my project and kind of what the future holds. So here's the first portion, Governor's School background. So the Governor's School in New Jersey was established in 1983, and it originally had about 6 sectors, but now there's only 2, and it's tuition-free. It's all paid for merit scholarship on a residential program at a public school here in New Jersey, and specifically the New Jersey Governor's School in Technology and Engineering, GSET, is for students who have an interest in STEM, and currently it's held at Rutgers University of New Brunswick. The programs are open to students from diverse economic backgrounds who are New Jersey residents or attend school in New Jersey and have completed their junior year in any public or private school or are homeschooled. So here's more about my application process. So I was actually told about this program from my father after he received notice from one of his friends at work. And I basically had to kind of develop a transcript and answer some essay questions. And that was all submitted to my great guidance counselor, Mr. Casal, by December 18th. And then from there, West Orange High School nominated me into like the portal in which all the other students from all other schools in New Jersey applied to. And that was due December 18th, like I just said. And then the student nomination, I got letters of recommendation from my physics teacher last year in AP Physics, Mr. Kirchenbauer, and Dr. Alcindor, who's back there in the back. He was my English teacher. And I additionally submitted full transcripts freshman and sophomore year. And my first semester transcript was given to them later in February. And additionally, in this, I had my 2 finalized essays, 3 short response questions. And then after this, all the students in New Jersey that were nominated by their high school got to tour the campus of Rutgers and kind of dive into what they would be participating in. And this was March 8th, and I've actually got a picture of a lab and a picture just of like the engineering sector outside. And then acceptance day was the day that we were notified of our acceptance and kind of like the future steps. And this was April 12th. So here's more about just general GSET coursework. So for GSET, you're required to take 2 classes during the morning and night, which were modern physics and robotics. And then additionally, you got to choose 2 electives that you took. And there were 3 you could choose from for the morning, which was CAD, which is just computer-aided digital design. You'll see that term again in the future in my presentation. And also you learned about like microcontroller basics. There was also digital logic design, and I took materials mystery in the morning. And then in the evening, there was Stellarscapes, game design, which I took. And then there was a different materials science class called How Stuff Works. So here's a bit about my GSET experience. So week 1 was virtual week. We had an introduction at about 7 p.m. that lasted an hour where we were just introduced to other students, staff, and just program expectations. And then week 1 only lasted July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in July. And this just introduced us to our professors, classes, mentors, and this was 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. And I feature a picture at the bottom because I thought like virtual week, I know a lot of people don't like being over Zoom, but I actually thought it was neat because it allowed me to take this from California. Like I was in California on a family vacation, and this allowed me to still participate. Yes, the times were earlier, but also virtual week allowed us to have casual introductions. So when I got on campus, I already had friends, people I knew, and I had just developed relationships with everybody while it not being like awkward and face-to-face. So here are some key dates. Move-in day was July 7th. We took GSET photos, which is that introduction photo you saw of me in the middle. We toured Lockheed Martin and PSE&G. You don't see any pictures of that because Lockheed Martin is very strict with their picture rule, like no phones allowed at all. Our first draft of our 10-page research paper was due July 20th. Our final robotics design competition was July 21st. That is my group's robot on the bottom, top right. And then the final symposium, which is kind of like our final presentation, was July 26th. So here are all the GSET projects. There was 11 total, I believe, 12. And the CAD design and development of a lunar workstation is highlighted. That's what I worked on while I was out there. So here's more about my CAD design and development. So our project was partnered with NASA Hunch. NASA Hunch is basically a program, a student outreach for high school students that are involved with NASA research. And we had to design a workstation that was suitable for use on the moon and inside of the space stations that like were in space. And NASA challenged us with making something that was 34 inches by 20-inch tabletop workspace. It must be like easily accessible for astronauts to use. This was a hard part. We couldn't have any like sharp edges to break the astronaut suit. And it had to adjust in height to be ergonomically friendly. And additionally, we had to make a 10-page paper on LaTeX, which is a program that's kind of used for engineering writing. It's dual column, so it was really like 24 pages on a Google Doc. So here's some pictures from the final symposium. You can see my project on the last slide, by the way, but you'll see more of that later. This is me with OG, my group members, Dean Antoine, great guy. He's the person who runs the whole thing. And on the bottom right, you can actually see me presenting for our group. So here's some about the future opportunities. Our group actually applied and was accepted about a week ago to the IEEE MIT Undergraduate Research and Technology Conference. So for this, we had to redesign our whole entire project. Like you can see what you see on the bottom is not what was on my slide a few slides ago. We had almost an all-nighter. And we basically had to condense our 10, 12-page research paper into something 5 pages for MIT. And we just made design changes to make it more mobile and just more user-friendly for the astronauts. And we were accepted September 2nd, and we plan to go there the weekend of the 11th to 13th with all of the projects that are being presented at this conference are presented on the 12th. So that's kind of what the future entails for this project and the continuation of my GSET experience. So that's all I have. I just want to thank everybody. Thank you. I just got a few acknowledgements. I'm gonna start in the room. Thank you, Ms. Flowers, Mr. Moore. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I got a lot of people. That was my former principal, and now he's superintendent. Principal OG, Mr. Z, my guy. My whole family, everybody that came out, Nina. Oh wow, look at all of y'all. Dr. Alcindor in the back, Miss Asmaret. Thank you, everybody. Ron Charles, I appreciate every one of you. I couldn't have done it without y'all. So thank you. Oh wow. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. Like, thank you. Anybody? Thank you.
Check, check, 1, 2.
Hi, Miss Sophia.
Hello, Robeson. It's so wonderful to hear the story. I've heard
Thank
it from your parents, your mom, but to hear it directly from you, I'm so honored to be here. What would you say was the most challenging part of the 3 weeks working on this project? And how did that make you a better scientist, a better leader? Like what were the key learnings for you?
I would say like the key learnings, I think the program did a good job of like explaining to a high school student what college expectations are. But I would say, this is gonna sound so cliche, hardest part was group projects. Group projects, depending on who your group members are, can be either very easy and very difficult. This project was very difficult, but I think it taught me better how to interact with different people, people that don't think like me, to see other perspectives and how to like teamwork, like teamwork and how to just convey ideas to each other to reach an end goal. Anybody else? No.
Yeah, we can go back and we'll switch it back to like normal audience questions. We can do it that way, so that way it'll be on camera as well. Yeah, if you want to give your certificate first, if you want to do. Okay, we can do the certificate first.
I don't know if I need a microphone.
You do, unfortunately, for the camera. Yeah.
I'm messing up. I'm glad I had to follow Robinson, and that was just that was a terrific presentation. Not to mention, I thought you were quite charming up here as well, Robinson. You were great. So, Mr. Guerrero, I know you were lucky enough to be Robison's principal. You took him from me, but we at the board are going to get our chance to present Robison with a certificate of academic excellence from the Board of Education. And we want to thank you, Robison, for being a true representative of what a West Orange student should and strive to be. Thank you. I'd like to also invite Robison and his family to come up and take a picture with us at the board, along with Mr. Guerrero. If you don't mind, if that's okay, can we do that now or? Okay. Save your questions if you have. Oh, he's there. Okay, perfect. I was looking for him. Okay. Robison, will you take a few more questions, but from the board?
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Any board members would like to ask a
Yeah,
question?
thank you. I have a question and a comment. The question is, you are so impressive and so humble about it. I don't think you could teach that. That's just, I mean, that's your family. That's what, I mean, you're just terrific. But I want to ask you, young children who might be interested in STEM and some of these things, what's a good thing to start them in? I've heard Legos or other games. So can you give some guidance to some of the parents?
I definitely was a Lego kid. I tell my parents this all the time. Nina probably knows. She was at my house. Yeah, Legos are definitely interesting, but I would just say like everybody should just like invest in like what their students like and what their kids like are interested in. My parents did a great job of that no matter what it was. But like I did the Institute of Math and Science that the school has to offer. There's so many different pathways, clubs, organizations, extracurricular activities, passion projects, etc. that students like are interested in STEM can get involved with.
Thank you. Here's my comment. Could I ask the family to stand up for a second, if they don't mind? So I said this once before when there were a lot of exceptional students, but some really are above and beyond. And, you know, we love our children, we love our students, but they weren't dropped here from Mars. This young man got it from somebody. That's you. So while you're a role model to students coming up, you're a role model to parents. And we appreciate you and respect you very much. Thank you.
So Robertson, I just want to commend you
Thank
again.
you.
I don't need to echo any of the accolades and acknowledgements of just how tremendous that opportunity was for you. And thank you for presenting. Thank you to your family for allowing you to share. I want to ask you, as a graduating West Orange Mountaineer, how did your experience as a student at West Orange inform your interests generally around STEM, but more specifically, how do you think that your experience as a student prepared you to undertake your summer experience?
This is a perfect question. So I'd say the reason I chose the project I did was because I was already familiar with CAD. West Orange offers a great like engineering and STEM options, but specifically Miss Cindy Selly, she was my teacher. I had her for 3 years. I was in, I think, 1163 over there. She's the like advisor of my club, but more importantly, she was my teacher and she taught me CAD. And that whole experience, like I had foundations and I was advanced in like computer aided design, which is what led me to take the project. And I believe like part of it is why it's so successful. So I definitely owe like this success to her as well.
Thank you so much. All the best to you as you endeavor
Thank you.
forward.
Thank you.
This is a bit selfish. CAD is a very broad sort of category of work, right? Everything from interior design to, ADA certified buildings, all sorts of things. Where's your interest in terms of how you want to use CAD to sort of impact the world?
I would say like in the future, I definitely want to use CAD to like open up design for sustainability. I'm interested in like environmental science. I take AP environmental science. I'm there periods 1 and 2, Miss Stewart. And I think I would really like to like use my skills in computer design and use that to help benefit the environment and help us just live on an earth where we can live longer.
I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have any question. The only thing I have to use my words to praise the kind of work you did and the support that you receive for from your family. Because without your mom and dad, you will be there, but you will basically they push you to do the best that they can. And you are very smart, very humble, and this is what we really value.
Thank you.
And don't forget that you will be graduating soon. And, you have to come back and motivate the students, because if you did it, there are more students waiting for you to be motivated. And, Legos, yes, that's the beginning. Now you will achieve higher than that. Congratulations. And, we will be working to motivate the rest of the students to be part of projects like the one that you participate.
For sure. Thank you.
Very
Okay. Everyone at the board, would you guys like Nina? Of course.
Don't look at me like that.
Yes, ma'am.
So a little insight about the both of us. Me and Roby went to grade school together. We didn't go to West Orange. We went to a smaller school. And I don't have much of a question, I guess, but I do have a comment. It might be a little strange coming from me, but okay. I am so incredibly proud of you.
Thank you, Nina.
I just to see me at this table and to see you speaking up there, I just think like, wow.
Thank you.
Like back when we were 7 years old, like
Yeah.
running around, now we're here.
Carpooling to school.
Literally, his
Every
mother
day.
used to drive me to school. So I think that attests
They
to,
thought I was your brother.
there weren't a lot of kids of color in school.
They were not?
They thought, because we came to school every day together, they thought that we were brother and sister. But I think that attests to how kind his parents are. They would take me to and from school for almost a year and a half. That's also how I know that Roby was Lego obsessed. I broke his Death Star one time.
I don't remember that.
I did, and you were very angry at me for a couple of days.
I'm sorry.
It was my fault. But I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Nina.
For how you've become, even if we're not as close anymore and we're doing our own things, that like as a student liaison, as a friend, that I'm in your corner.
Thank
And
you.
I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
I'm just so proud. I mean, look at the students that I get to have in our we get to have in our care every day. It's just amazing. I am so proud of all of you Mountaineers. those that are here in the room tonight and those that Mr. Guerrero sees every day even the younger ones that are coming to us. But for our younger parents and our younger students, understand that this is an example of what we hope all of our students achieve, the unity that we expect, but the pulling for each other is exactly the vision. So I am incredibly proud, and this was a great display, and you're very lucky as a community to see such a wonderful display of commitment. And I want you to know, Robeson, Nina and Abby, that I'm proud to be a Mountaineer alongside you three, for sure. Thank you very much, Robeson,
you.
for a fine presentation and for representing yourself in the state of New Jersey for West Orange.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's all, folks. I wish I could say that. What a great note. I mean, I am just, that's terrific. We have terrific students here. Back to business. All right. Next, President Vera, Vice President Vera. Next, I wish to address a topic of our upcoming special election scheduled to take place Wednesday, September 18th. This is a congressional election. The school district received notification from the county a few weeks ago. While not every school in our township is a polling location, we do have some polling locations. I have met and discussed with the administration the plan to keep every student safe and separate from the public and to conduct our day with minimal to no interruption. So when we have evening events, some of the afternoon events or the afternoon, I believe aftercare, they will probably be located in different areas. Please check with your building principal. Again, that's Wednesday, September 18th. It's a special election. Not all our schools are affected, but if your school is, please check with your administration. Finally, Vice President Vera, I know that I'd like to address the public I know that we have had some challenges with transportation, and I acknowledge that people have been frustrated. We are fortunate to have our Director of Transportation join us this evening to listen and address our community regarding our school buses. Mr. Greg Cohen and his team have been working hard to remedy the bus schedule delays that have occurred since the opening of the school year. Mr. Cohen and his team are here tonight. They're in the back. Mr. Cohen is standing in the back to listen and answer any questions to our audience. So if you would like to work out anything specific with your bus, please go right to the back of the library. You're welcome to go to the back of the library. Their laptops are here. They're here to take what you need. They're here to work on it, and they're here to remedy the situation. So thank you. Vice President Vera, that would conclude my report for the day.
Thank you, Mr. Moore, and the rest of the team for your presentations and updates. Do we have any committee reports? Mr. Stevenson?
No, Vice President Vera, no committee report.
Okay. Dr. Bryant? No. Okay. Thank you for being part of the, of tonight's board meeting. As president, I would like to present my report. I would like to express that I had an amazing Friday. It was busy, but it was amazing. First of all, at the beginning, it was the ribbon cut in St. Cloud. The experience that we had, it was to see those little faces in the rooms, place that they can do all the activities during the day. It was worth it. And at night, during the football, it was, the presentation with the marching band and the students that participate, the coaches, the students, everybody. It was rewarded because, it's seeing everybody was part of the community. And seeing tonight, Ms. Bennett, Mr. Bennett now, being here and receiving the reward for the kind of work, what else we can say? We live in an amazing town with great people working to motivate our kids for the future generations and have a wonderful life. So that's my report for tonight. And next week we'll have questions from the public on agenda items only. Any community member who would like to make comments or ask questions, please come to the podium at this time. Please state your name and home address for this record, then begin your comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Do we have any members of the public here in the audience tonight who wish to make public comments?
Yes. You left your award here, Robeson. Michaela Bennett, Old Indian Road. So first, thank you very much for honoring Robeson. He deserves every bit of that, but at the same time, I appreciate that you made the time and allowed him to present. I do think it's very important to acknowledge the teachers. It's the teachers, right? Like, yes, the administrators, yes, the principals, as Mr. Huss, yes. Okay, so it is the great principals, it is the great administrators, but our teachers pour themselves into our students every single day. Robeson, he may disagree with me at this point because he's really got a mind of his own now, but Robeson is very lucky to have participated in the Institute of Math and Science. Very lucky that he had his first educational opportunity at the Red Oak School, a Montessori method school out in Morristown. But then when we moved into St. Cloud, we said we want him to go to St. Cloud Elementary, mainly because of the diversity. So I think it's also important to acknowledge, and I'm really challenged, but I have to do this because none of you know this story. When Robeson was in 5th grade, straight A's and all of his teachers' recommendations, he did not have the testing scores to be eligible for honors. I essentially said to the board, to the superintendent at the time, to the principal, I'm not appealing a flawed process. One test cannot determine a student's aptitude. If you need any evidence, you have it tonight. Robeson then was able to take honors testing, honors programming from 6th grade on, with the exception of, I think, 1 B+, he had straight A's since then. How did that happen? The guy behind me. Ron Charles was consulted by the superintendent at the time. They had a conversation, and somehow Robeson ended up in all honors classes in 6th grade. I hope that you agree that he's done you proud. We've never forgotten it. We've come to board meetings to share with you that this is something you need to fix. How many Robesons have gone before us who could have done all that he's done if they were afforded the opportunity for honors programming? You track. So if he wasn't there in 6th grade, he wouldn't have been where he is right now. He told me that last year. Thanks for fighting for me. I'm just going to ask you to end that. It's injustice. It's inequitable. And there's a way to improve our district in this. So please stop allowing a test to determine whether a kid can be in honors programming. Thank you.
Good evening. Ron Charles, Colonial Woods Drive, West Orange. So Ms. Bennett kind of stole my thunder a little bit. For those who don't know the story, I was the board president at the time. And my view was that though he didn't qualify technically for the program, I felt that he deserved a chance, right? So after many conversations with the then superintendent, he kind of gave him a chance. But to echo Ms. Bennett's point, is that how many Robersons have we lost in the last 10, 12, 15 years, right? And that's something that's, you know, his accolades, his GPA, I don't even know how you get that high, you know, anymore. The class, all the stuff he's done great in his class, the varsity sports, the clubs, all that aside, it's all fantastic stuff, right? But at some point, the kid wanted to be in the program, right? And he wanted a shot. And I guess maybe the coach in me took over. So let's give this kid, let's give this kid a shot. And, you know, when you reach my age, you reflect on the children that you coach in sports, that you touch in your life, like on a positive manner. You never think as the Board of Ed president you do, but tonight's a shining example of that. So I just wish that, you know, and I'm not a technical educator. I don't know the parameters of the test and those types of things. But tonight we've seen a shining example of sometimes we got to think outside the box, outside the lines, and give the kids a shot. That's all. Oh, one question, housekeeping. The United States flag goes to the right of the speaker, which will be on that side. Just a little bit of housekeeping, but thank you for your time.
Thank you, Vice President Vera. Thank you, Superintendent Moore. Thank you, Ms. Bennett. Mr. Charles, thank you for speaking on behalf of your board service. You know, what wasn't mentioned in your comments, both of your comments, I think, is this important aspect of parent advocacy and the fact that you knew how to navigate and negotiate the system, if you will, for the benefit of your child. And oftentimes, if we're honest, not a lot of parents know how to navigate that system, may not know who to call, right? And that does not take away in any way the achievements that your son since then has accomplished and will continue to accomplish. But it does speak to, as you mentioned, a policy issue that really, to me, becomes very evident, as Mr. Charles said, now more than a decade ago. He's been working on this issue. I will tell you, as the board policy chair, as we have implemented a new elementary K through 5 ELA curriculum and a new K through 5 math curriculum, that these things are under review. So Robeson, your accomplishments now bring to light and run parallel with things that this board is working on so that students will have opportunities similar to yours, and that there will be an expansion of those opportunities for families without, I won't say arbitrary restrictions, but restrictions that don't take in the full consideration of a student's potential, a student's ambition, a student's willingness to persevere beyond some measure in a moment in time that does not reflect the full weight and consideration of who you are or who any other student is. And I think this superintendent, under his leadership, we are aware of that as a board. We're working on it as a board from a policy standpoint to ensure that families across West Orange have an opportunity similar to yours. And so as a public education system, we don't want to be restrictive. We want to open up opportunity. We want to have a board meeting that goes to midnight where we're celebrating students such as yourself because of the accomplishments that you have achieved and how well it reflects on this wonderful community. So thank you, Mr. Charles, for shedding that light. Thank you, parents, for speaking that truth. And as a community, we know that truth goes beyond our own individual experience. So Ms. Bennett, your willingness to step to the mic and say, as a community, we need to look at this differently, I think is very important. So I just wanted to make that comment. Thank you. Vice President Vera, Dr. Parker.
I'd like to just confirm and extend what Mr. Stevenson shared, and also let you know that I, as a former math teacher and a person who works on math and removing math as a gatekeeper nationally, very much understand this problem, very much come to this problem with the same spirit that you do, and have been a bit of lithium in Mr. Moore's back about the changes that you speak of. And so we are hopeful that we will see some change here in the district that will sort of remove these types of barriers to not just access, but to also success. Not just now, but ultimately in their future, so that our children are not bearing the brunt of student loans because they have to take remedial coursework. So we're working on it. And every opportunity I get, I'm in Hayden's ear about it.
We're all of like mind. We agree. That is the same. Robeson's story is similar to my story in New York City. But the point that Ms. Bennett, and I thank you for your courage and blending your experience with us. And Ron Charles, terrific. Hi, Ron. Good man. And I do remember you on the board. You were terrific. And thank you for your help with me as you helped me as I was the principal then. But of the high school, not down there. I was in high school. But we share the same sentiments, and the work that this board has supported me on and is willing and putting forth. Again, we're heading in your direction, and just know that. And Robeson, you're a great example, and I love it because you're a great example of what we could be and what we will head towards. So thank you, and know that your words, Ms. Bennett, doesn't fall on deaf ears. Thanks for everything.
Moving on to our resolutions. May I have a motion to approve the personnel items A1 through A6?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson.
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Bryan. Motion by Mr. Stevenson, seconded by Dr. Bryan. I want to congratulate the following retirees. Mark Maniscalco, a dean of a student at the high school for his 28 years of service. Lynn Oliver, a speech pathologist at Redwood Elementary School for her 19 years of service. Anthony Prasa, a technology and engineering teacher at the high school for his 26 years of service. And John F. Kelly, a lunch aide at Roosevelt School for his 30 years of service. Thank you for your service to the West Orange students and our school community. Best wishes to you all on behalf of the Board of Education. Any discussion? No? Okay. Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant,
Yes.
Mr. Ifker,
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson,
Yes.
Vice President Vera.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve the curriculum and instructions items B1 through B6?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson.
Second.
Thank you, Dr. Bryan. Motion by Mr. Stevenson and second by Dr. Bryan. Any discussion? No? Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Dr. Bryant,
Yes.
Mr. Ifker,
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson,
Yes.
Vice President Vera.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve the finance items as C, special services, item A, 1 through 3?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Thank you, Dr. Bryan. And business office items B, 1 through 13.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bryan. Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. Any discussion? No? Okay. Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Okay, roll call for Finance Special Services A1 through A3 and Business Office items B1 through B13. Dr. Bryant,
Yes.
Mr. Ifker,
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson,
Yes.
Vice President Vera.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve reports? Item D1 through 2?
So moved.
Thank you.
There are no hips to report at this time.
No comment?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
No.
No questions?
Regarding reports?
Yes,
You know, I just want to make a quick comment on the reports related to the New Jersey CUSAC areas. Superintendent Moore, I see that in 5 of the areas, the district scored above 90%. Fiscal management, governance, operations, and personnel. However, as we continue to work to improve our instructional programs and instructional quality and look at curriculum instruction, I see the score there is an 82%, where the weight given by the state is 80%. And so again, just want to highlight, as we have over the last few years, the importance to look at our instructional programs to ensure that all students in the district are being served in a manner that is reflective of, one, their individual needs as a student, and more importantly, that our district globally is educating our students in a manner that is reflective of our ambitions as a community to serve them. So just want to highlight the CUSAC reports and not let that get buried within the reports.
Okay, no, I understand what you're talking about. As we embark in our new curriculum and we're breaking up into committees, we will be sure to make sure we communicate to the board where we will be improving and working towards that. So
Thank you.
okay,
for that
no
acknowledgement.
worries.
no questions?
No, my only comment about the report.
Vice President Vera, my apology. We have it was moved by Mr. Stevenson and I didn't hear a second. Is there a second? Thank you very much, Mr. Ifka.
Dr. Ipker? Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Ipker. Any discussions? No discussion. Ms. Flowers, please take the roll call.
Great, thank you. Dr. Bryant,
Yes.
Mr. Ifka,
Yes.
Mr. Stevenson,
Yes.
Vice President Vera.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to all my board colleagues. Next up, we have petitions and hearings of citizens for any agenda or no agenda item that you wish to discuss. You will have 3 minutes to speak. Please approach to the podium at this time and state your name and address for the record. Okay. Thank you very much. Our next board meeting will be held at 6:30 on October 28, 2024. This meeting will be held in West Orange High School Library Media Center. We will not be going into executive session after the close of this meeting. There will be no further business discussed and no additional action will be taken. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bryan. Thank you, Mr. Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Our meeting is not adjourned. We wish you a good night. Thank you.
Good job.
Well done, well done.